Hey guys, it's Marshall from Going Gear here at SHOT Show 2014 in Las Vegas. We're here with special guests. These are not sales guys, so we can actually talk to some guys who aren't trying to sell us products. They're the guys who design them. So it's Gavin and Grant Hawk, and they're the designer of, I don't even know the model name. What's the model name?
It's called the Griplock.
Okay.
Yeah.
From Boker. So it's one of the new Boker Plus knives. Really cool mechanisms. Why don't you show them that thing around your neck real quick? I always love seeing that.
So this is the Cyclops, and so it's self-defense jewelry. So you just wear it like a necklace, but the idea is you can roll it off like that, and now you have a little self-defense tool. So yeah, it's worked out pretty well for us.
So that's the kind of stuff that they design, so I was excited to see. It's kind of funny, I was actually sitting there talking to the sales guy, and I was like, man, they designed some really cool lock mechanisms, and they're working with these different manufacturers, and we look up and you guys are standing right there, so it was a nice little coincidence. So tell us about your new Boker knife. What can you tell us about it?
And so this is the toggle lock. When it's all the way open, there's two sets of links here that once gripped won't allow the blade to close. However, releasing the grip here allows it to close very easily. So,
We gotta lift.
oh, I mean, okay.
We gotta be higher.
Okay. And so this is the toggle lock. It has a linkage from here to here and then a short link. And so as that opens up, all those links line in a row. And by holding it here with a very light pressure, that holds the blade open. And then to overcome it, just close it like that. And so it's meant to be open with the flipper like so, but it can be closed instantly. But it's safe when you hold it in your hand because it won't close from there.
And so this is a lot like the original ET that we designed, how was that, 8 years ago or something like that, maybe 5. But the ET actually locked, and so all we did is we just stopped that toggle mechanism from locking, so just barely not locking. But when you're gripping it, you have a mechanical advantage on it to stop it from closing. So it makes a perfect non-locking knife.
So notice there's another little mechanism on the back, a little roll piece. What does that do?
And so then that's a safety. So once the knife is open, and it can be closed easily, but to make it extra safe, you roll that way. And that locks it tight. And now it's like a fixed blade. And now it won't cam out, and it can't close under any without breaking it.
Yeah.
And so then by releasing that, then it will close again.
And that was actually a special request by Boker because the German law had just changed to where you can have a one-handed opening non-locking knife with an auxiliary safety on it.
Okay.
And so that was actually, it was specifically designed for the German law.
It's a nice feature. It makes it a little bit more solid.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it makes it, it's like a fixed blade.
Because sometimes you actually do want it to be fully locked,
right,
depending on what you're doing. But most tasks, you really don't have to have that blade locked.
Right.
Because most of the time, if you're cutting, you're putting pressure that way
as long as you're gripping the handle.
Yeah, and as long as you're gripping it, you're safe.
Right. And there's a couple different versions of this, right?
Yeah, and so we've, so here's another version from Boker, mainly just a different color scheme.
So opposite colors, basically.
Yeah, opposite colors, but it gives it a nice contrast. And they did a fantastic job.
The flipping action is really smooth. What is it? Is there is there washers in there or ball bearings or what's going on?
This one just has washers in it.
Okay.
Our original prototypes had bearings, but they did a great job on this. There's no play. It flips open smooth. The main thing that's really helping it is there's springs in there, and so once it gets to a certain point, it wants to spring open.
So it's almost assisted. Well, it is assisted,
it's kind of assisted. It's like an over-centered spring on the mechanism.
Right.
Yeah.
And coming and going because it wants to close, and then halfway over it wants to open.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool mechanism on that. So this is your first collaboration with Boker, right?
That's right. Yes.
Are you going to be doing more?
I think so, for sure. I mean, we're both really impressed with how well the first prototypes turned out. Because almost always the first prototypes, there's just something wrong with them.
Right.
And they just about nailed it on the first try. So we're really impressed with that.
Boker Plus is always something that we recommend to our customers because it's a reasonable price point. It's really high quality. Like the fit and finish on it is always really great.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they did a really good job on those.
Well, I think they just copied us exactly. You know, so many times we send
It's a good way to do it.
Yeah, well, so many times we send off drawings and they want to change it and they want to cheapen it or do something different. But with these, I think they just copied it exactly.
So I don't think do we talk about the materials at all? Like what kind of blade steel are they using on it?
I hope it says on here because I don't know. It doesn't say. It's probably going to be AUS 8.
Some sort of kind of steel of some kind.
I just don't know.
Handle materials, aluminum, maybe.
Yeah, the handle materials,
okay.
aluminum, hard anodized. I think everything else is pretty much aluminum.
Maybe we'll look in the catalog and make an annotation later.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's what post-production's for.
Good.
Got anything else to tell us about it?
No, I think that's about it.
Well, cool. We appreciate your time. Thanks for talking to us.
All right, definitely.
Thank you.